What up, guys? It's your boy Deo here, and today I'm talking about resets. Now, is it okay to reset when you're a speedrunner? Is that fine to do? Is it like you're a piece of shit and you suck at the game and you wasted your time? However long that run was until you reset, you wasted that time. Or is it something more than that, right? Well, in one sense, in the sense of just getting a good time, just objectively speaking, like cold, hard statistics, if you reset a run, then that time is essentially wasted, right? Like that time is not used unless you consider that practice, which in some cases it's not really. Some cases it's just you get to the first level and then you fucking die. That's not practice, right? Or you get like all the way through the game and you torture yourself to do a no reset, but you hate it the whole time. You're just hating yourself, hating the game, and you end up going this negative spiral where you're not having fun and you're playing the game worse because of it, and you're not focusing, and it's kind of a vicious cycle, right? And so it's like, yeah, do no resets. Well, if you're fucking not having fun doing no resets, then those aren't going to be useful either. So where's like the middle ground in there? Well, I think that you should do no resets. I think that no resetting with the right mentality is so important. If you just no reset and then bitch and whine your way through it, then you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be doing that. But if you no reset and you're like, man, that sucks. I just lost 2 minutes. Like, let's see if we can keep it. Let's see if we can recover. Let's see if we can keep our mindset fresh and stay focused with this. It's such a hard thing to do. You know how much perseverance that requires? That requires so much like discipline and positivity that most people, I would say, don't naturally have that. You have to force that. You have to find that. Search for that like positivity and hope that you can recover, because at a certain point you can't. Like objectively speaking, again, if we're going to go to like the statistical perspective, once you throw a run, you throw a run. It sucks. Well, it's definitely more than that, and it's all in what you put into it. It's all about the intrinsic value of speedrunning, really. Because like you could speedrun for a time, or you could speedrun for the intrinsic sort of like motivation and discipline and practice of like getting better at something, right? So if you look at it from that perspective and you really try to stay positive, because you know that being like negative during a speedrun is like you're just wasting your time, then it starts to become like really valuable as more than just a tool to achieve success, like a PB or something like that. It becomes this thing where you're like setting goals for yourself. And the goals aren't like, I'm going to get a PB today, I'm going to get a world record today. But the goals are instead, I'm going to finish a run today. I'm going to finish 2 runs today. And hey, once I finish a run, then I can do a couple, no, then I can do a couple resets. That's fine. Or I'll do a couple resets and then I got to do a no reset. So there's like a yin and yang balance to it all that like really reflects what's going on in our head when we're stressing out about, playing well 24/7, being focused for like a fucking 4 hour, 5 hour plus stream. It's not easy to do, man. And like speed running, especially when it's like more hardcore, not like so casual, it takes up a lot of your mental space. So, you gotta always be thinking about that. No matter what level you're at, no matter how much you play, you gotta always be weighing those two things. Because if you're not weighing the balance of resetting and no resetting, which I believe there is a balance between the two, I don't believe you should only do one or only do the other. Um, and in that mix, also practice as well. Like, also just like take some time where you're not doing runs and just like play around in the game and like give yourself a break, but in the game. You know what I mean? Because when you're doing runs back to back to back, you don't really give yourself a break to just soak in the fucking game. You know what I mean? And for me, having played in my game Spyro, if I've played it thousands and thousands of hours, casually and speedrunning, then at times it doesn't matter. But after you've been doing grinding runs for like an hour, 2 hours plus, and you just stop and you let the timer keep running, and you're like, all right, fuck it, fuck this run, I'm gonna just run around for a moment and then just jump into the water and or whatever, and it's like there's like a lot of self-expression that happens in those little tiny moments when runs die and you decide rather than just quickly hitting the reset button and getting a new run started, but rather you wait and you soak it in and you so whatever fucked you up, you let it come and go and you breathe and maybe you fucking dude, sometimes I got to fucking step outside cuz I'll be on like the run of my life and then I just a heartbreaker, maybe something that wasn't even in my control, or something that I didn't deserve. I'd made the smallest mistake and it multiplied into this. That happens all the time. It happens every fucking stream. Shit like that happens. And that shit is heartbreaking, dude. I'm only human. You know what I mean? I can only do so much. So, in conclusion, find the right balance. If you're a speedrunner, find the right balance of resetting and not resetting for you, as well as sprinkling in just kind of casual practice and screwing around in the game. Because that all that shit is like paints the picture of like, hey, are you going to continue this? Are you going to see this to the end? Because if one of those things is out of balance, you're not going to see it to the end. You're going to give up at a certain point, or write a long ass pace bin on fucking Twitter and be like, oh, I'm so fucking tired of the game, you know? So don't wear yourself out, you know? And depending on where you're at in life, that's not even a bad thing. If you need to take a step away from the game, who fucking cares? Like, it'll always be there, you know? Your life will always, you know, be there, right? You got to take care of you, number one, you know? In the game and out of the game. And that's just the whole balance of everything in life. So I hope as a speedrunner, if you're a speedrunner, I hope this spoke to you to some degree. But otherwise, I just want to say thanks for watching all the way to the end of my crazy rant. And yeah, fucking, I appreciate you and have a great day and peace out.